Pioneer DMH-W4660NEX promises seamless wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, Alexa in your dash, and audiophile-grade tuning on a sleek 6.8-inch capacitive touchscreen. Either we've reached plug-in-and-forget-it bliss, or it's another case of tech roulette in your dashboard. On paper, you get wireless everything, HD radio, 13-band EQ, dual camera support, and iDataLink Maestro integration for steering wheel controls. Sounds criminally generous for the price. But here's the thing, impressive specs don't always equal a smooth daily drive. I installed the DMH-W4660NEX in my daily and lived with it for 3 weeks. I've put the direct link to check current pricing in the description, but before you click anything, let me show you what I discovered after 3 weeks of testing. What Pioneer says this unit does is simple. Turn your older car into a modern, smartphone-integrated cockpit with minimal hassle. The key promises wireless and wired Apple CarPlay/Android Auto that just works. Built-in Bluetooth for hands-free, plus Alexa for voice control. 6.8-inch responsive capacitive display and intuitive UI. Upgrade path. Backup camera capable, HD radio, SiriusXM ready, and iDataLink for vehicle data. Sounds slick, right? Pretty bold claims for a sub-$600 head unit, but here's where things get interesting. Reality check. They claim seamless wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. What you actually get is solid when it locks in, but not bulletproof. In my testing, cold starts took about 12-20 seconds before CarPlay was usable. On 2 separate drives around 40 minutes each, wireless CarPlay dropped once and reconnected in roughly 10-15 seconds. That tracks with a bunch of user reviews mentioning random disconnects and the occasional forced reboot. Wireless is great until it isn't. They claim crystal clear visuals. What you actually get is an 800x480 WVGA panel in 2026. Let's be real. Maps, album art, and small text look fine at a glance, but compared to 720p screens from Sony and Kenwood, this looks soft. Sunlight, expect washout and glare unless your dash angle is perfect. Here's the plot twist. The marketing leans into color accuracy, but the resolution ceiling is what you notice every day. They claim high-quality audio with advanced tuning. The tuning suite is legit. 13-band EQ, time alignment, crossovers, sub-controls, and 4V pre-outs if you run amps. But here's where it gets mathematically impossible. The common 50W-X4 peak spec. Reality is around 14-18 WRMS per channel from the built-in amp. That's normal for head units and not a deal breaker, but don't expect door-shaking power without an external amplifier. The good news? Noise floor is low and the pre-outs are hot enough for a clean, punchy build. They claim Alexa in your car. What you actually get is finicky. Alexa requires the companion app on your phone and a stable data connection. In practice, I had successful commands for weather and music, but there's noticeable latency and wake-word behavior depends on your setup. Several owners call Alexa more of a novelty than a daily driver feature. If you already use Siri or Google Assistant in CarPlay AA, Alexa becomes redundant. They claim backup camera capable and easy integration. True, but there's a small catch. There's a brief black screen delay when shifting into reverse on some installations, especially when the camera feeds power from the reverse light circuit. It's not a deal breaker, just plan your wiring and expect a 1-second pause. Dual camera support is a plus though if you want a front cam, but wait, there's more. Firmware. Early units had random reboots and UI lag that got better with updates. You'll want to check your firmware on day 1 and update via USB. Not hard, but the settings menu is locked behind the parking brake wire for safety. That's standard these days, yet it makes quick adjustments annoying if your install didn't wire the brake signal. Detailed breakdown, sound quality. With stock speakers, it's clean but not transformational. Add an amp and you'll appreciate the 4V pre-outs and time alignment. Bass management is flexible and the 13-band EQ lets you tame door resonance. Compared to Sony's AX6000, PO gives you a bit more granular tuning. Compared to Kenwood Excellent, it's roughly on par for controls, though Kenwood's menus feel more audio-first. Touchscreen and UI. The 6.8-inch capacitive screen is responsive enough, but there's a slight lag when swiping across menus and a half-second delay on some track skip taps. The interface is functional, not flashy. Here's what nobody tells you. WVGA isn't just about pixels, it affects small map labels and lane guidance clarity. If you commute in bright sun, expect glare. This is not a high brightness panel. The lack of a volume knob means you live on steering wheel controls or small on-screen buttons. Wireless CarPlay Android Auto, when stable, it's great. The convenience of pocket-only connections is real. In my testing, I saw 2 dropouts over a week of mixed driving. Many reviews echo that the Wi-Fi connection can be finicky with certain phones or in congested RF areas. Wired mode is rock solid and slightly snappier, so keep that cable handy for road trips. Expandability and install. iDataLink Maestro support is where this shines, pulling vehicle data and preserving factory features. Dual camera inputs, HD radio built-in, Sirius XM ready, and a rear USB. The chassis is short depth, which helps tight dashes. Here's what the marketing doesn't mention. Alexa needs the app. Firmware updates are critical, and some third-party sellers list open-box units as new. Check for a valid serial and warranty card. User sentiment snapshot. Amazon sits around a 4.2 rating. Happy owners rave about wireless convenience and sound tuning. The negatives cluster around wireless instability, occasional reboots, dim screen in sun, and Alexa being inconsistent. A few report poor microphone call quality unless they upgrade the mic placement. Verdict: buy with caution. At $599.99, the DMH-W4660NEX gives you genuine wireless CarPlay AA, strong audio tools, HD radio, and great vehicle integration. But the WVGA screen feels dated, wireless reliability is hit or miss, and Alexa is more party trick than pillar feature. If you value sharper visuals and smoother wireless, consider the Sony XAV-AX6000 or a Kenwood Excellence 720p unit in the same price lane. You'll trade HD radio on some models but gain a crisper display. If you're building an amp-based system and want Maestro plus HD radio, this Pioneer still makes sense, just plan to run wired on long trips. Save your money if display quality and flawless wireless are your top priorities. Stay savvy out there. Thanks for watching. If this review saved you from wasting money or helped you find something actually worth buying, I've put the link to check current pricing and read more reviews in the description. And hey, if you do decide to buy through my link, it helps fund these investigations without costing you extra. Got questions about your specific car or want me to pit this against the AX6000 head-to-head? Drop a comment and subscribe for the next teardown. New videos every week. Drive smart, spend smarter.